Listen, sometimes I like to get ready for my videos. Sometimes I truly don't want to give a fuck. But I did keep my bonnet on and shit just because I want y'all to see how easily I can take my hair down. Hold on. And boom, we're good to go. I mean, we're not perfect, but you know. Ah, shit, bro. Ah! Dude, fucking good enough. Shit, I don't care. But anyways, hey Airbenders, welcome back to my channel and welcome if you guys are new. So today we're going to be talking about Avatar: The Last Airbender, the live action. As most of you know, Avatar: The Last Airbender is being adapted by Netflix into a live action remake, and the girls are excited. I'm excited. You're excited, or you wouldn't be watching this video. And bitch, it looks good. Let's just keep it a buck with each other. It looks good. I think Netflix realized that the way they marketed One Piece live action was kind of genius, and it seems like they're doing the same thing with Avatar: The Last Airbender, where they're trying to get us to fall in love with the actors and the cast to really make it feel more personal when we actually watch the live action when it comes out. And I gotta be honest, I think it's working for me. It worked for One Piece, and I have never even watched One Piece. It's too long, y'all. It's too long. I'm not jumping into a series that's already almost at 1,100 episodes. But anyways, this is very serious and very personal to me because for those of you that don't know, if you're new to the channel or if you just never scrolled back that far in my video catalog, even though it's not even that long, Avatar: The Last Airbender was actually the first review reaction thing that I did on my channel because it was just one of my favorite shows. I gotta be honest, I didn't watch Avatar: The Last Airbender growing up, so it doesn't really have that nostalgia quality to me, but I did watch it when it was put on Netflix's catalog, I think in like 2019 or 2020. It got me through the panini. Yeah, it did. I absolutely love it. It's just so crazy that for a show that is marketed towards children, it resonated with me so hard. And I was like 24, 25 the first time I watched it. There's just so many adult themes and very mature subjects in Avatar: The Last Airbender, and I'm actually very excited to see it live action through at least Netflix's live action. We don't talk about M. Night Shyamalan's. I've never even watched M. Night Shyamalan's live action adaptation, but we're just not going there. I'm not doing that. So anyways, I wanted to watch the trailer with you guys, react to the trailer, and then go through some of the promotional photos that they've put out and just give my reaction and my critiques and my commentary on what I think about the casting, what I think about the costuming, and the special effects, you guys. We'll get into it when we watch this. I'm really excited for this, and let's get into it. Airbenders, let's assemble. I hate having to film on like a time crunch because I literally have to be at work in like 3 hours, which means I have to start getting ready in like an hour and a half. Excuse me. I don't want to go to work. Fuck that place. Fuck that place. I'm just kidding. It's really not that bad. I just feel like my weekend went by so fast. Record. All right, here we go.
The Fire Nation is embarked on a dark path, and the world might never recover.
Woo! It's the drums for me.
If the world is gonna have any chance, it's gonna need Aang.
Aang, yes, not Ong.
Right. There goes the savior of the world.
Oh wow, he sounds just like Sokka.
I'm the Avatar, and I'm gonna save the world.
Bro! I'm hype! Oh my gosh. Oh my god. I got like teary-eyed watching that. Oh my gosh. You guys, the bending looks fucking amazing. Oh my goodness. That was... wow. That looks spec-fucking-tacular. It's the bending, you guys. I'm very impressed with the visual effects, the way they incorporated the bending and the movements and everything. Like I don't know, it's very cool. It's what I would want a live action to look like, at least so far. Like, it doesn't look bad at all. Honestly, I'm super excited for it to come out. Now that we've watched the trailer and we've seen how the bending looks and everything, let's get into some of the promotional stills that they've put out so we can do a more kind of in-depth critique of the costuming and the characters and the casting choices. Okay, so the first picture we have is a side-by-side of the character June next to her cartoon version. Honestly, they did that shit because everything about it looks down to a T. The only thing that I would say is maybe the actress looks a little too old. They never specify how old June is in the animated series. I always thought June was like a teenager. Here, she definitely doesn't look like a teenager. She looks like a grown-ass woman, but everything about it is just spot on. I like the detail of the studs. Studs are very like emo girl or like goth coded, I feel like. So it just fits her overall aesthetic. I think they did a great job with this one. Oh, Daniel Day Kim as Lord Ozai. Excellent casting. I don't know. Daniel Day Kim, anytime I've seen him and stuff, he's definitely like intimidating and definitely like menacing. Usually every time I've seen him, he's playing a bad guy or he's playing a dickhead or he's playing some type of like antagonist, you know? I do feel like he fits Lord Ozai pretty fucking perfectly. He's got the body for it. He's got the body. Whoa. Again, the costuming looks fantastic. I don't know what they call it, but the thing on his head, the detail and how it like looks like a flame on top of his head, it's amazing. I absolutely love it. Look at the detailing on this, bro. Like look at that, the little patterns on his outfit. Like, it's just it's so excellent. Uncle Iroh, I mean, he looks the part, honestly. I like the details on his costuming too. They did a really good job with that stuff. You know, the devil's in the details. I feel like the casting for Uncle Iroh was pretty great. Like, I mean, yeah, like it fits, you know? Oh, Azula. There has been a lot of controversy around this baby-faced girl because Azula is scary. Obviously, this actress was casted because they saw what they needed to see and they're just like, okay, she is Azula. And that's hopefully, you know, why she was casted for it, because she was able to act the shit out of the part. However, when I look at her, she looks too innocent. Like, she looks so sweet and just, it's the baby face, honestly. And this is gonna sound very strange, but animated version of Azula gives me very sharp, like edge. And when I say that, I literally mean like her lines of her face and her body just give me sharp, sleek, edgy, cutthroat. And when I look at this actress, it's just the fact that her face is more of a cherub face. It's a lot more rounded and she just looks too sweet. It takes away some of that harshness, some of that intimidation, but I'm gonna wait and see what she brings to the table performance-wise, and we'll go from there, because she might absolutely floor me, and I might be like, damn, this bitch is actually fucking psychotic. I believe this is Commander Zhao. I pictured Commander Zhao to look a bit more put together. He seemed like a man that, even though, you know, he didn't play by all the rules to, you know, get the outcome he wanted, he just seemed like he presented as very squared away, very put together. And while this actor does look very put together, I've seen this this particular actor in other things, and in the things that I've seen him in, he's always playing someone who's kind of like a scumbag, which Commander Zhao is, but he's always playing like goofy scumbag, you know? And Commander Zhao was not goofy. He was actually quite threatening, pretty menacing, and he knew what the fuck he was doing, you know? If it wasn't for his arrogance getting the better of him, Commander Zhao could have really done some damage. Again, we'll just have to see, because I pictured Commander Zhao as somebody a little bit more like intimidating physically. No shade to this actor, he just doesn't give that physical dominance that I would have expected from the animated version. Zuko, the guy they casted to play Zuko. I think it's just the fact that they had to shave his head and then the ponytail on top. I know that's what Zuko looks like in season 1, but the head just looks so damn big, bro. No, and I feel bad because like we're not trying to body check nobody, but the head, bro, it just the head. I don't know. Obviously when his hair grows out and he has it like longer and framing his face, like I don't know if they would have made him shave his head for this or if it's like a bald cap and that's why it looks surround up top, but I feel like this might have been a prosthetic piece. If that is just his head, I'm so sorry to this actor because obviously, you know, I've been like the head. So yeah, I feel bad. I like what they did with the scar. Like the scar is very noticeable. I'm conflicted about Zuko, and this is gonna sound bad on my part because it's like, why are you thirsting over a fucking teenage boy? But I thought Zuko was hot at my big ass age of 24 or 25 when I saw the show originally. I was like, Zuko's kind of like fire. No pun intended. Obviously when I look at this kid, like it's not giving everything from the animated series, which is fine. It's okay. It is an adaptation after all. But again, it just sucks because I feel like I'm gonna say this a lot, that we'll just have to see when the show comes out to see how good the performance comes through and how well they really embody the characters. Okay, so this is Suki. I am not sure who this woman is. I can't remember. I'm gonna assume that this dude down here is Jet. Again, shame on me for thirsting after these teenage boys, but Jet was hot. And I mean, this kid's cute. Like, girl, okay, before I get fucking canceled, he's a handsome young man. If this is Jet, I'm not 100% sure. Something about it is just not giving Jet. Like, Jet had that charisma. But again, this is just a still. We'll have to wait and see, once again, how the actual performance comes through. Now, Suki? Miss Suki up here? Listen, the makeup ate these bitches up. Like, she fucking left no crumbs on that plate. This bitch bussin' down with that makeup. Like, they really went for it. And I kind of love that. It looks amazing. It's everything that I would have wanted it to be. I love it. I absolutely love her costuming, the makeup. This woman right here is serving face. I don't know how old you are, but ma'am, you are eating the girlies up. Oh, she looks stunning. I don't even know who the fuck she's supposed to be, but okay, Miss Earth Town. I don't remember what the fuck Suki's village was called, but whatever. All right, another promotional still. We have June here again. It's the same picture that I looked at before, so I'm kind of gonna just crop that one out and focus on Aang right here. Now, I don't know what the hell this is supposed to be in the background. I know it's not Appa. It better not be Appa because that's kind of terrifying. Honestly, I think Aang's costuming is really good. I know people were complaining about like the intensity of the colors for their costumes, saying that it just looked like they were in cosplay. There's a girl that I watch on YouTube. Her name is Lisa Fevrel or something like that. I can't remember exactly, but she also did a critique and like an overview of the costuming and design. She's like more of a fashion YouTuber. She made a very good point to that critique of the characters looking very cosplay-ish or costumey. These colors, while very saturated and intense, are the colors that Buddhist monks wear, which is who the Air Nation was modeled after, was Buddhist monks. I feel like the costuming is so accurate to the cartoon, but in a way that makes it look more realistic. Like, I love the fact that in this still particularly, Aang looks dirty. The kid looks like he's been running around and like he's really been on a fucking journey and shit, but his clothes look worn in, and I really appreciate that detail. I also wouldn't be surprised if Aang was looking like a lot cleaner than some of the other characters in his costuming, because something that they showed Aang do a lot in the cartoon was he would use his airbending abilities to kind of like dry off his clothes or clean off his clothes and like remove dirt and water and whatever out of his clothes. So it made sense that he always kind of looked clean, but I think he honestly looks really good. I will say, even though I didn't watch the M. Night Shyamalan version, I do like the way they did the arrows and stuff in M. Night Shyamalan because it just looked more spiritual. I feel like it was a very good way to incorporate his tattoos into a live like action adaptation, whereas this just looks like they like slapped on the blue arrows on him, just full stop, and that's okay too. Like, it doesn't look bad, but I don't know. Okay, so here we have what I'm guessing is Gran. Yeah, it's giving Gran. It's giving the grandest grand, and the costuming is really I like that they just really went for it with the colors, honestly. Like, they said, yeah, this is the water tribe or whatever, Southside Water Tribe, and I feel like, yeah, they definitely look it. I love it. I love the blue. The only thing that makes me kind of sad is like they didn't go for like the contacts. I can't remember if Gran had blue contacts, but I noticed that they didn't do it for Sokka or Katara, and I was like, oh, you know. Okay, so here we go. This is one of the first stills that came out of the characters. I really like this. I mean, like I said, you know, he looks very clean and everything, but this should be the first scene or one of the first scenes when he saves the Water Tribe from the Fire Nation. So I wouldn't be surprised if this is very shortly after he comes out of the ice. So yeah, he should be pretty clean. Like, the motherfucker's been frozen in water. And I am actually seeing here that there is some details on his tattoos, which I actually really love. I couldn't see that before, but yeah, I do feel like they did a very nice job. You can actually kind of see, like, it looks like it's wind right here almost. I kind of love that. I do think I still prefer the tattooing from the M. Night Shyamalan one, but the fact that they took the time to like add these little details within the blue arrows in his tattoos, I actually think is really great. He's just so freaking cute, dude. Like this is Aang. This is dead ass Aang. Look at his eyes, bro, and the nose and his lips. Like, this is Aang. Like, he's just so adorable. Oh my god, I just want to hug him. I can't wait to see how his performance comes through. I've never seen this kid in anything else. I don't know what he's about, but we'll fucking find out. And I really hope that he just fucking sends it. I will say, he is so young looking compared to the actress that plays Katara. The fact that you know that they like end up together or that like they develop a crush on each other is very strange. Luckily, the Book of Water, which is the first season, doesn't really touch too much on their romantic aspect. You can tell that there's some feelings there on Aang's end, like it's clear he has a crush on her. It's not super reciprocated or acknowledged that much by Katara in the first season. Hopefully, if the series does good and they continue with it, the actor that plays Aang, hopefully he grows up a little bit to where him and Katara don't look so off from one another, because if not, it's giving I said it. It's just giving underage, it's giving inappropriate, it's giving weird. Katara. I think the actress is absolutely adorable. I love her hair loopies. Like, they got the loopies right. I love the fur trim. You can even see the water bending in there. It looks so fucking good. This has to be the opening scene where she's like practicing her water bending when her and Sokka are trying to catch fish or whatever. Compared to the characters' animated versions, there were some complaints about the fact that the actress and the actor who were casted for Sokka and Katara are not dark enough. I would say if you wanted to get actors or actresses to play them that were dark enough, they would probably have had to have been about my complexion. I feel like I'm pretty like close to the color that the animated characters would probably look like in real life. However, I do feel like they were drawn in that shade to show that they are more indigenous in their origin. So I don't feel like the casting is inappropriate, because these actors do look indigenous when you look at them. She looks like she is from an indigenous tribe. We'll get to the actor that played Sokka. But anyways, she's absolutely adorable. I am sad about the blue eyes. I mentioned that earlier. I would have loved to see them with blue contacts, but I understand adapting that to live action, she probably would have looked very bizarre with blue eyes, but I feel like the blue eyes was just indicative of the fact that they are from the Water Tribe. Even if it doesn't make sense with real life indigenous cultures, because usually indigenous cultures tend to have very dark features, which means black hair, black eyes, you know? Blue eyes wouldn't have really made sense, but just fucking send it. Like, they have blue eyes because they are the Water Tribe. Maybe it would have looked too jarring or something, but I wish they would have committed to that bit. But aside from that, I think this actress is absolutely stunning, and I think she has a very cute and gentle softness to her, even when you watch the trailers. I don't know how intimidating she's gonna be, because Katara has her moments where she's a bit scary. If anybody saw that episode with her and Zuko, Oh, yeah, the bitch was scary. I don't know if this actress could take it there necessarily. Let's hope so. But yeah, I think they did good with this casting. All right, Sokka. I will say, Sokka has a very unique look to him, and Sokka just, I feel overall, is drawn to look like a comedic relief character. Like, Sokka is very goofy looking, and not in a way where he doesn't look attractive or charming or anything like that. He does look charming even as an animated character, but he is very just goofy in his expressions and his design. You can tell he's a comedic looking character, and I will say this actor has that. If you look at his face, this looks like Sokka. This looks like the animated character, like his bone structure. They did a great job with the hair. This looks like fucking Sokka, 100%. However, there was some controversy around this particular actor because it was clear from the beginning that Netflix and the original creators of Avatar: The Last Airbender, before they left the Netflix project, it was clear that they wanted to do an accurate representation for these characters, which meant correct casting, which meant casting people from Asian backgrounds to play these characters. I believe there was some controversy around this actor due to the fact that it came out that he wasn't actually indigenous, that he was just white. So it's giving Taylor Lautner. Honestly, if he can do the job, I feel like he's got the look. It is very clear to me, kind of when I look at cast interviews and stuff, that he does not look Asian or indigenous. He does look very white. I don't want to say it's not a problem. It's a problem if he lied about it, which it does seem like he might have. At the same time, he really does look like Sokka, and if he can pull it off, then merit-based, you know, good fucking job to him. He's one of the people who had one or two more lines in the trailer, and it is 100% giving Sokka. Like, he sounds like the voice actor that played Sokka. I like him in the role from what I've seen so far. It's just that whole thing kind of gives me a little bit of pause. But, you know, we move. Zuko again. Honestly, the scar is pretty fucking good. This still is honestly great. It's just the head. But when he's wearing this Fire Nation helmet, he actually looks quite good. The costuming for all of these characters is so amazing. The attention to detail is phenomenal. Like, look at this, even for his like little wristband, like his armor right here, they have the Fire Nation symbol right there. Like, that is so small, but it's a detail that I'm noticing because it's so intricate. And you gotta give them credit where credit is due, you know? He does look like Zuko. Let me not be a hater. He fits the bill pretty well, to be honest. I look forward to this getting all of its seasons because I would love to see him go off on the beach day scene and see how he acts that out. Here's another still of Suki. This was from the trailer. That's why it's a bit smaller and more grainy. This chick looks like Suki, 100%. And I cannot get over the makeup. Like, they fucking went for it and it looks amazing. I love it so freaking much. She looks stunning, and I can't wait. I can't wait to see this bitch on the screen. Hitting her little fan dances and shit, like, hell yeah, bitch. Oh my god! And then there's a cut from the fan dancing. Yeah, it's gonna be great to see Sokka do this scene too. Like, I don't know how romantic they're gonna get. They did have characters actually kiss in the animated series as well, so I hope we see Sokka and Suki kiss. Like, I swear to god, I will scream, bitch. So here's another still from the trailer. They're posed so awkwardly. Like, they just look so awkward. But I love their costuming. Like, it's so great. And I actually love like the landscaping in the background. I don't know where this is. This might be the Earth Nation, I think. I can't really tell. Poor Aang, like, why does he look like he's 50 here? What the fuck? Anyways. Oh, look at their little link boots. Like, they all got little link booties. Yeah, I don't know. I'm rambling. I'm not super impressed by this still. I do love the costuming, though. I think the costuming is great. Maybe it's just because it was an awkward frame that they took, but let's move on. Uncle Iroh and Zuko. See, his head doesn't look crazy here. Maybe it's just that one picture. He actually looks quite nice here. I really love the scar. I can't get over how they did that. This has to be in the Fire Nation still, no? Because if this is when they're trying to hide, like, nigga, you're not very inconspicuous, all this Fire Nation branding on you. Like, be so fucking for real. Oh! Lord have mercy, I wasn't ready for this. Hello, Daniel Day. This man is like in his 50s. Because there's no excuse for me to have a belly. What the fuck? Like, he looks amazing. Oh my god. Oh my god. It's giving Asian chat. It's giving Kevin Nguyen. Let me shut the fuck up. Oh my gosh. This has to be the Agni Kai scene where he gives Zuko his scar. I just don't know what other scene would require Lord Ozai to be shirtless and like being shown like this in the first season. It's gotta be the Agni Kai scene. It's gonna be fire. Azula, okay, I like this still of her a bit more. I can see more of like the intimidation in her face, like it's giving like, yeah, bitch, and what, you know? But it's the cherub face, bro. Like, she's beautiful. The actress is absolutely stunning. But like I said, when I picture Azula, I picture sleek, sharp edges. This bitch is as sharp physically as she is in her abilities and her skills and her wit and her cunning. I think that's really the biggest problem, is people just expected the actress that played Azula to have much sharper, more intimidating features, and she's just so cherub-faced and sweet looking. I don't know. I hope this actress fucking sends it. I hope, what is her name? Elizabeth Yu. Girl, you better fucking do that shit. Wait a minute, hold up. Wait a minute now. Hold on, you guys. Hold everything. This right here is the actress that's playing her. But like, see her, she looks so much like Azula in this side by side. So what is happening that like for the actual show, she's not giving this? Because this looks like Azula, 100%. Like she, you know what it is? Her jawline. Her jawline looks more defined. You can see like Azula has sharp features. Here, the actress is giving it all. Like I said, we'll see. It's completely merit-based. We will see. I included this picture for the CGI special effects. So this is clearly their little chicken llama thing that Zuko ends up stealing from those people that help him, that are nice to him. Zuko's actually kind of a dick for that. But I just thought it was really cool looking at this because I'm just like, the CGI is giving pretty good quality. I'm excited to see how they incorporate all the different creatures within the Avatar The Last Airbender like universe. I'm excited to see how they figure out how to CGI some of these creatures together and adapt them for an actual live action. Is that the last picture? Oh, I think that's the last one. All right, you guys, editing Ari here. Don't mind the pink wig. I just finished watching Rogue One and I will get that to you guys at some point in March, so be prepared. I'm just jumping in here because unfortunately during the editing of my Avatar video, it came tragically apparent to me that Netflix changed a whole bunch of shit in Avatar. So I'm reading through this article real quick just to see what they've changed. So apparently one of the big things they changed is Sokka's not going to be sexist anymore. And if you guys don't remember, one of his big story arcs was with Suki, one of his main love interests. And one of the things that brought him and Suki together was the fact that Sokka was such a dickhead and he was so sexist. And Suki basically taught him, you know, to not be that way. So it was a huge character moment for him, and it kind of helped him to grow and become a better leader. So the fact that they're changing that aspect of him is kind of irritating, because Sokka being that way was never a negative part of the show. It was a learning opportunity for him that he took on with a lot of grace. By the end of that episode, Sokka learned so much from women and from Suki. And yeah, it's just really sad that they've decided to change that or to remove that part of his story when it was never really a negative thing within the series itself. So why are you changing that? Like, who told you to do that, fam? Second, Katara possibly won't embody a traditional maternal role. Let's see what they say here. In an interview with IGN, showrunner Albert Kim said, "There are certain roles I think that Katara did in the cartoon that we didn't necessarily also do here. I don't want to really get into a lot of that, but some gender issues that didn't quite translate from the cartoon. Though Kim doesn't specify what these gender issues are, fans took to social media to share their disappointment, speculating that the live action show will alter Katara's role as the mum of the group, the responsible one who calls out that calls out Aang and Sokka's nonsense and their only healer. I'm not even gonna lie, I can definitely see Netflix doing that because they don't want to, you know, box Katara into traditional gender roles. But bro, there's nothing wrong with being fucking maternal. Like, it's a huge part of being a woman in general. Like, it's something that's innately in most women. So what's wrong with that? Like, I feel like nowadays they want to paint this whole girl bossing image as if women can't, like, as if being a girl boss can't include being maternal or being innately feminine. Like, it just drives me nuts. And I don't want to get into any political rhetoric or anything like that because that's not what my channel's about. But it's just like, why are you fucking with a good thing? Like, Avatar: The Last Airbender was so like, you got the cast. Y'all got the cast. All you had to do was keep it going. That's all you guys had to fucking do, was just keep it going. Anyways, let's see what else they changed. I'm sorry, guys. No more side quests. No more side quests? What? Bro, that's like half the fucking show. Okay, it says, part of what makes Avatar: The Last Airbender so unique and influential is its balance between episodic and serialized storytelling. For show. For most of the show's run, each episode acted as a standalone fun adventure. Why the fuck do I keep saying Aang? Aang and the gang. I never even saw M. Night Shyamalan's version. I don't know why I keep saying fucking Aang. Aang and the gang would encounter a new village and goof around before getting into trouble with bandits or the Fire Nation. The plot and the lore would deepen, but the characters still got to travel around the world and have small adventures. But from the outset, at least, this element of the series looks as though it'll change. In another interview with IGN, Kim mentioned streamlining the story and eradicating some of the side stories. We essentially give him this vision of what's going to happen, Kim said. That gives him much more narrative compulsion for going forward, as opposed to, let's make a detour and go ride the elephant koi. You're not gonna have Aang ride the elephant koi? Okay, here's the thing. Aang is literally 10. He's 10 years old. Them going on like there's little side quests and him being like, let's go ride the elephant koi, is one of the reasons why we love him. Because even though, yes, there's literally a comet that's going to like knock out firebending and it's like your peak moment to try and take out the Fire Nation, but this motherfucker wants to go ride the elephant koi because he's 10. It's one of Aang's biggest plot points, is the fact that he doesn't know how he's supposed to take on the Fire Nation when he's just a kid. Oh my days. Let's keep going. Of course, it's impossible to expect the show to do a one-to-one replica of the plot. No fucking kidding me. They didn't even try. And pacing of the original, spending half your season on a village of the week format doesn't exactly work when you only have 8 episodes to work with. The problem is if those small but necessary changes create bigger repercussions for characterizations at large, which they will, because those little side adventures gave the characters so much depth. There's the Blue Spirit episode where you find out that Zuko actually is the blue spirit or whatever. There's so much nuance to Zuko in that episode because he's actually not a terrible guy. He actually saves Aang in that episode. And Aang is like, yo, you saved me, but you're not supposed to save me, but you did, because Zuko's not innately a bad person, and we got that from a side quest episode. Damn. I think that's the last one that they showed on here. I also saw somewhere that apparently Sozin's Comet is not going to be a part of the narrative. Sozin's Comet is overarching over the entire series. How are you gonna remove that? How are you gonna remove that from the story? Bro, I don't know anymore, you guys. I was super excited and I feel bad because now I feel like this entire video is kind of moot because unfortunately I recorded everything before this information came out, but now I just don't know how to feel because I feel like they're gonna make Aang way too serious. And one of the things that we love about him is how childish and immature he is. And yeah, Sokka was sexist in the original cartoon, but you know what? He grew and he matured, which I felt was such a good lesson. Oh, that was another thing that I read, that apparently the showrunners were trying to appeal to a Game of Thrones audience because they wanted to appeal to a more mature audience demographic. The people who resonate with Avatar: The Last Airbender were children when they watched it, fam. They're mature now. I'm mature now. Granted, I didn't watch Avatar: The Last Airbender when I was little, but if I did, I would have been the appropriate age to watch Avatar: The Last Airbender when it was airing on Nickelodeon. So I'm not gonna tell you guys my age. You can figure it out for yourself if you really care that much. But I am mature. You know, I could watch Game of Thrones now. I haven't. But we're not gonna talk about that. But yeah, like it just blows my back out. And not in a good way that they're making all these changes, because it's like you're trying to appeal to a more mature audience. The people that grew up watching Avatar: The Last Airbender are mature now. They're probably hitting their 30s or their late 20s. And I'm even more pissed off because this information came out after I fucking filmed. So now everything that you guys just watched, I mean, it's not moot. We still went over character design and everything, but yeah, I mean, yeah. I'm just upset. But yeah, that's about it. Don't mind the pink wig. Like I said earlier, I was filming Rogue One. So if you see me wearing the same outfit with the same hair when I post my Rogue One video, mind your business. Our Avengers, disassemble.